Assalamualaikum and good morning to Madam Hasrati and to my friends. My name is Adil bin Muhammad Anwar and I'm from class DBT 4B. So today I'm going to present about the ethical issues and public concerns on genetically modified organisms or GMO under agrobiotechnology. So this is my table of contents of my presentation today. So first I will introduce about the introduction of GMO and the ethical issue and public concerns on related GMO and my personal opinion about the GMO, and lastly the references. So now I will introduce about the definition of GMO. So a GMO or genetically modified organism is known well in a plant, animal, microorganism and other organism whose genetic makeup that has been modified in a laboratory using genetic engineering or transgenic technology. So next we will go through into the ethical issues on GM golden rice. So my presentation is about the GM golden rice. So this is the ethical issues that I found in GM golden rice. So the first issues that I found is the negligible beta carotene content. So beta carotene content is an important dietary compound and an important source of vitamin A. So the issues is golden rice beta carotene was found to degrade quickly after harvesting and storing and processing, such as milling and even cooking, unless the farmers vacuum pack and refrigerate the GM rice. So the beta carotene also found to degrade and result in toxic compounds causing oxidative stress damage which might lead to cancer. So basically beta carotene is needed for convert into the vitamin A, and in GM golden rice it make the beta carotene to degrade quickly rather than a conventional or white type rice. So the other issues that I found in GM rice is contamination of other rice varieties and what relatives of rice. So rice is a self-pollinated crop. So cross-contamination is still inevitable, and field trial only look at the agronomic traits of golden rice and not for its long-term effect on the environment. So including it also can effects on the environment for the possible effects on the genetic diversity of the thousands of rice varieties that being cared for by small-scale farmers and indigenous peoples. So contamination also could occur through the seed missing, such as contamination has already happened in US with the Liberty Link rice scandal back in 2006 that causes US farmers millions of dollars in losses because of the inadvertent contamination of the yet unapproved GM rice. So the next part is the public concerns. So we can see there are two parts of public concern. First is economic impact and the environmental impact. So for the economic impact is genetically modified crops are intended to increase farmer profitability. So by increasing the productivity, it also improve the attributes of the products, such as enhance the nutrient content, improve the durability, and better processing characteristic. And also farmers could sell golden rice at a higher price than traditional varieties because of the consumer perception of the better product of GM golden rice. So golden rice also tackles the issue of malnourishment or malnutrition. For better public health allows for poor people to feel healthier and live longer, and therefore spend less on medical care. So the next impact or concern is the environmental impact. So the possibility of a genetically modified crop becoming a superweed. So what is superweed? So superweed is basically result from the accidental crosses between neighboring crops that have been genetically modified to resist different herbicides. So farmers are often forced to resort to older, stronger herbicides to remove them. So is it superweed a problem to a farmer? So basically, superweed is a highly toxic to broadleaf crops, including many of the most common fruit and vegetable crops. So they are more prone to volatilization or air dispersal than glyphosate. So their increased use is likely to harm neighboring farms and uncultivated areas. So the next impact to environment is GMO technology is that transgenics promote the use of monocultures. So monocultures is known to destroy soil nutrients. So monoculture is eliminate all such function due to the practice of only planting or rearing one type of crop or animal breed respectively. As a result, there is no range of insect and soil microorganism species due to the lack of crop diversity that promotes insect and soil microbiodiversity. And the last one is the impact into the environment is golden rice could breed with weeds and can contaminate wild rice forever. So the next part is my personal opinion into GM crops. So first is GM crops can improve crop breeding. So whether that is increased yield, drought tolerance, disease resistant, or to help farmers combat the pest, GMOs are the definition to improve crop breeding. And the next one is GM crops can improve soil and water management. So, for the improvement of soil, herbicide-tolerant GM crops enable farmers to till or turn over and break up the soil less often. So this has increased nutrient-rich organic matter up to 1,800 pounds per acre per year. So in the last 150 years, half of the planet's topsoil has been lost. So largely as the result of erosion. So erosion clogs streams and rivers, hurting and other species, and can worsen wooding. So GMOs are the part of sustainable farming that preserves topsoil, preventing erosion and desertification. And while for the water management, studies have shown drought-tolerant genetically modified corn can reduce transpiration by 70.5% under stress conditions, which allow for better moisture retention and the ability to endure drought without additional irrigation. And the last one is GM crops can reduce food loss and waste. So we can see there are GMO crops on the market today, such as non-browning apples and non-browning and reduced browsing potatoes that are already meet our goals about GMO. So my opinion, GMO is good for future and for the living. And finally, we have reached into our last slide, that is my references for this presentation. So that's all from me, and thank you for watching.